this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demo here in the UK, and I'm here to show you, to demonstrate some of our products in paper crafting projects, just to inspire you and maybe tempt you into spending some of your hard-earned cash on some crafting products. This is our project for today. This is what I'm going to show you. This is a very special card for me. I've made it for my daughter. My youngest daughter, I've got two daughters and a son. My youngest daughter has been an aspiring musical theatre actress for several years. She first won a local talent competition in, I think, 2014. Since then, she's been absolutely dedicated to being a musical theatre actress. And this last week, she's just got her first professional acting job. I can't tell you much about it at the minute because it's all very hush-hush. But she'll be on a national tour from January to August next year, going all around the UK with the production that she's in. So that's going to be absolutely fabulous. So I wanted to make her a really special card. So this is it. You're absolutely amazing. So very happy for you inside. And I will write a nice note for her. Actually, I'm going to make it in her favourite colour today. I'm going to make it in purple. I'm going to make it in Highland Heather. So I've used one of the, I think these are called Encircled in Beauty dies. These are gorgeous. Can you see how it's cut out that beautiful negative? So we're going to use that die. There's several of them in this pack, but this is the one that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to take two bits of washi tape that I've taken some of the sticky off. So if you just stick it to your clothes, it will just reduce some of the stickiness, and then it won't hopefully tear the cardstock when you remove it. So you just need to line up your medallion really where you want it. Try and make sure that this and this are equidistant, and then just use the washi tape to hold it in place. Open it up. You only want to cut through one layer. Oh, I forgot to say, my card blank is a sheet of A4 cut in half long ways and then scored in the middle. I've cut mine down a little bit, so it's 14.5 centimetres, my card blank, by 10.5. Or in inches, I can give it to you. I've got a ruler here. It's 5 3/4 by 4 1/8 in inches. There we go. So I'm just going to move my grid paper out of the way, bring my big die cutter in, because this won't quite fit through the little one this size. And then just push this through. I love how this creates this gorgeous negative image. I think it's really clever, really lovely. I'm just going to take it through the other way again. Get a little circle that you can use for something else. That cuts out in the middle there. Let's bring that back. Right, so carefully remove the washi tape. So you don't want to tear your cardstock. So just carefully remove that. Like I say, if you've taken some of the sticky off, that shouldn't be a problem. Remove the die, and then you can see some of the shapes have fallen out and some of them just need a little bit of persuasion. So I'm going to bring in my brush. You can buy a little brush like this to go on your tape and pick tool, actually. There we go. Just get rid of all those shapes. You can do this on a foam pad if you wanted to. Sometimes that works better. So it does take a little bit of time. This isn't the sort of card that you'd want to do hundreds and hundreds of, because you will be there sometime removing the little cutouts. So I'm just going to take a pair of tweezers now, and the ones that have resisted the charms of the brush, I'm just going to push out with my tweezers and just get rid of them. So like I say, so yeah, Annie, my daughter, is so excited. They start rehearsals in January, and then they're on tour from February to all right through to August. Loads and loads of different places that they're going. A couple of nights here and a couple of nights there. Sometimes a couple of nights off in between. Yeah, it's going to be great. And I'm so she's been so persistent. She's been knocked back more times than you can imagine, which I think is just the nature of the job, the nature of the profession, is that you just have to get ready for rejection. I once heard Elaine Page giving someone some advice who wanted to go into musical theatre, and she just said, you just have to be ready for rejection. Even when you get to the top levels, you still get rejected for things, and you just have to be ready for that. And Annie, although she has done other things, she's always said that she really couldn't have a plan B, because people with plan B are the ones that don't make it in the industry. You know, if you've got anything else to fall back on. Although she did kind of compromise that a little bit, because she did train as a personal trainer. But that's the kind of job that she can do in between jobs. You know, if she doesn't get another acting job straight away after this tour finishes, she can then go back to personal training and do that for a little while. Right, there we are. All the bits are out. So now I'm going to just going to burnish that fold a little bit more. I'm going to take a piece of basic white cardstock. And what I want is for this to fit inside there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a very careful, very light pencil circle, so I know where the aperture is. And I'm going to take this stamp, which is You Are Absolutely Amazing, and it's from, oh, I haven't got it there, where have I put it? Here it is. From this stamp set. I love these greetings. I've used these greetings a lot. You're Absolutely Amazing and then So Very Happy For You are the two that I'm using from that set today. So I'm going to do this in Memento Black, Tuxedo Black. I'm going to stamp, excuse me if you get my head over here, I just need to make sure I'm in the right place. Just try and centre it into that circle. Oh, that's not bad. Excellent. Right, and I'm going to rub out that pencil line, so I don't want that to show. So one of my Bic mechanical pencils. These are dead cheap, these pencils, but they're so useful. I use them all the time. I use them much more than pens, actually, because I like being able to rub things out, the sort of non-permanence of it. Just be a little bit careful you don't rub the ink till it's absolutely dry. There we go. Right, and now we need to position this. So what we need to do is mark where we're going to cut. So I'm going to cut a little bit off there and then a bit off there. So we'll do that first. So I'll bring my trimmer in. Just cut where those. So you could do this by measuring again. You know, you can do it by measuring. I do it by making pencil marks where I want to cut the card. But of course, you could just measure how big you want this piece to be and do it like that. And then we just need to cut a little bit off the sides as well. And I'm not going to mark those because I'm just going to cut just about 1/4 centimetre. Maybe 3 millimetres ish I'm cutting off here. And then I'm hoping that we can glue that in. So let's just get rid of the trimmer. So position that where I think it should go, and hopefully the You Are Absolutely Amazing is in the right place. Ta-da! Right, okay, so we're going to put some Tombow. Oh, my label's coming off. There we go. Some Tombow all around here. And then all around here. Just want to make sure you've got enough. There's a couple of bits of the cutouts that have gone round to the back here, and they'll mean that it won't lay down flat if they stay there. That's it. You just want to make sure you've got enough glue to hold this flat, because you don't want it flapping up. So I'm just dabbing some glue. You can do it with a sponge. You can put a little bit of Tombow on a surface and do it with a sponge if you wanted to. dab it. I quite like this way. And then what I do is take a cocktail stick and then smooth that out, and that should go all over the places that you want it to be. So, and smooth this out as well. There we go. And hopefully that is going to hold that down in place beautifully like it did on my pink version. Polished pink was the other one. Right, okay, so let's get this. Line it up and press. When you think you've got it in the right place, then press down. There we go. There we are. Yeah, and that's fairly nice on that side, so that covers up all that on the side there. Right, okay, so that's that. I've then got a little piece of Highland Heather. This is from our family stacks of designer series paper. So I'm just going to put that across there just to give it a little bit of interest across the bottom there. On this one I used a piece from Whimsy and Wonder. This is, for, like I say, from our family stacks. What side should I use? I'll use that side. I can never decide when it comes to these papers. I always dither about which side is the best one to use. And again, let's just smooth that glue out. And glue that down. And then the ribbon, I haven't tied a full bow. Sorry, that's not straight. Get that straight. I haven't tied a full bow. I've just tied it in a knot and then secured it with some glue dots. So I'm just going to show you how I did that. In fact, it's not current ribbon I'm using. I had a few reels of this left, and I do find it very, very useful. And so I tend to still use it, even though, but any ribbon you've got that will coordinate will do. If it's wider ribbon, it works a little bit better because you can get a nice chunky knot. So here's the ribbon, metallic edged silver. So I'm just going to tie a knot, not pull it too tight, like so, and then just cut off the other end. Let's see if that's the right sort of length to go on here. So there we go. So you can just fiddle around with it a little bit, get what you want. That's not quite as nice as the one that I've got on there. I might just try and redo it. Let's try it again. So you can easily, because you haven't pulled that knot too tight, you can easily undo it. So let's just try doing that again. There we go. That's okay. Right, and then what I did was I put one glue dot under the knot and one, still not quite right there. What's happening there? It's typical, isn't it? It goes perfectly when I do it on mic. I didn't have any problems, and then I do it on camera and it's a bit of a problem. Right, okay, so I'm going to take 3. I'm going to try and make sure this goes a bit straighter. I want it straight along. 3 little blue dots, 1 in the centre knot. Which side am I going to do? 1 there, and then 2 on the actual ribbon just to hold those in place. You probably could get away with just 1 on the dot, on the knot. There we go. Right, so that goes in the middle, and then this goes there, and this. There we go, that'll work. And then you can see whether you're happy with how long your tails are. And if you want to, you can cut a little bit off just to even them up a little bit if you wanted to. Just cut a little bit more off there. There we go. Right, now inside, I just did another panel of white and stamped So Happy for you. So I'm just gonna Again, I'm doing it by marking it rather than measuring, but you can measure. So this is 10.5, so you probably need to do it about 10 and 14.5 by 14. So that's roughly the measurement that you need in centimetres. So let's just trim that off. So I'm just putting my pencil mark in the cutting groove of my trimmer and taking that down. There we go. And then just going to stick this in here. Oh, I can hear our landline ringing. Hope that's not going to be for me and interrupt our video. There we go. There. And the last thing we need to do is just take So Very Happy For You and the Memento Black again, and we're just going to stamp that inside. There, and that's our card for today. Hope you like it. You might have someone that you wanted to say congratulations to, or just tell them how amazing they are, in which case this would be perfect. Oh, I like those colours together. They're looking really nice, aren't they? So, yeah, hope you like my card. Hope you love this die as much as I do. And I'll be back really soon with more projects. If you want to purchase anything, just go down below. There'll be links, and there's a link to my shop as well. And you can go through to my online shop from there. Thanks very much for watching. I'll be back really soon. Bye for now.